Hi, I'm Tunde David Animashaun. So today, still on our money management series, I'll be speaking to us on excellence for entrepreneurs and professionals. You know, most of us when we were in our early days in the primary school, the class teachers will always ask us, "What do you want to become in future?" Some of us will say doctor, some will say lawyer, engineer, accountant, and all that and all that. But as time passes by, we realize that the ability to focus on our passion begins to elude us because of uncertainties. You write jam, you want to go to university to study accounting, they tell you you're not qualified to study that course as such. They offer you other courses, probably economics or commerce or something else or something in education. And because you're tired of sitting at home, now you have to now take it. And as such, a lot of people find themselves practicing what they don't really have passion for, but because that's all they get. A lot of people go to the university, study what they would desire. At the end of the day, when it's time to get a job, you see engineers working in a bank. You see people just grabbing whatever they get. What this means is that our society is filled with uncertainties. Things don't really work the way we plan, and as such, the rate of unemployment is getting higher day by day. In a country where having good grades, graduating with good grades are not enough. We're in a country where you don't get commensurate pay to match your skills as a person. I traveled to UK recently, and you see people working as drivers. The work of a driver, public driver, is not the same thing as it is here in Nigeria. You see people working as drivers without conductor. They do the work alone and they're happy and they do it well and they get commensurate pay for it. You see people working as hotel attendants. They do it well and they get commensurate pay for it. But in a country like Nigeria, it's difficult. In a country like ours, getting government jobs is as difficult as anything. Even those with jobs struggle to survive. Yeah, people work and they don't get commensurate pay for the work they do. Minimum wage of 30,000 naira in Nigeria, which means that you are restricted to 1,000 naira per day. As a family man, 1,000 naira divided into 3 square meal, that's 300 per time. How do you transport yourself to work? How do you take care of people that depend on you and all that? So, to cut the long story short, things we read online, things that are written in books, oftentimes don't work for our system in Nigeria because our system is not a normal system. Now, the thing is, however difficult or however bad the situation looks, we must survive. We must survive in Nigeria. We need money. Everybody needs money to survive, and so therefore, what are the ways for which we can get money, we can get freedom. Now I'm going to categorize these ways of handling this situation and being financially stable into 3 stages. The very first one, I'll call it the general. Without God directing your path, there's little you can do. So we cannot undermine the place of prayers in this situation. To avoid unnecessary pressure, generally speaking, you need to identify possible sources of loan. The ones I can share in this presentation for now are the fact that you need to work for people for a while to save some money, and from there build a business for yourself. You can get support from family members. You can get support. You can learn a trade or handwork and start getting jobs, and the savings from that will also help you to put some capital together. That's on the general. Now, for the professional side, we said earlier that getting jobs in Nigeria is pretty difficult. So how do you stand out as a person? How do you get the job? The very first thing that you need to do is to make sure that you are actually good at what you do. If you studied accounting, you need to be sure that you prepare yourself to be extra good in your profession as an accountant. It's not enough to say I have a degree in the university and they put common trial balance or cash book before you to prepare. profit and loss account, you cannot prepare anything. You will not be doing yourself any good. So in the course of your study, you prepare yourself for opportunities by making sure that you are good at what you do. If you studied chemistry, if you studied engineering, whatever course it is that you studied, you need to be sure that you are good, you are vast, you are conversant with the modern trends in your field. The second thing that is important is that you need to be creative. One of the creative ways to get a job, like I've always said, is that in the course of looking for jobs, if employment doesn't come as fast as you want, then seek for opportunity to sell yourself. Opportunity to sell yourself in that you can apply for an organization to work for free, and once that door is opened for you, then you get a chance to sell yourself. Or you can compromise your qualification and start as a lower cadre entry person. Then if you have a skill as a driver, for example, and you have your degree, and this to get access into that organization with your degree is becoming difficult, come in as a junior person and show what you can do. And before you are an in-house person, whenever there is a vacancy, you're being considered first as an in-house person. And so far you have been able to prove through the things you do. You're very proactive in your daily life, you're professional, you do everything the way you should. I'm sure you will be given some form of, you will have some edge over the other people that are coming in neutrally. So that opens up the door for you. You need to stamp your relevance in an organization. You need to show your problem solving skills. The fact that you are employed in an organization to work in a particular position does not mean that you shouldn't identify things that can be helpful or areas where this organization can improve. And you provide solutions where you have to, or you improve on it on your own. The fact that you're employed as a driver does not mean that you come into an organization every morning and you see people throwing dirt on the floor, that you cannot make provision, okay, to put probably a polythene bag where people can now drop their trash, or do something to add value to your organization. You need to identify problems and solve it. And lastly, you need to learn on the job and gain more experience so that you add value to yourself. Now by the time you're going to another organization, you would have been able to build on your experience and everything that you've learned on in the first organization. That's it about the professional part of it. Now the entrepreneurial part of it, which is the first one. Like I said, the first one is the general, the second one is professionals, while they start the time to excelling as entrepreneurs in Nigeria. The first thing I'd like to tell you, if you really want to start a business of your own or run an organization of your own in Nigeria, you have to start a business that meets the immediate need of people in your environment. You don't start a business just because everybody is opening a salon, everybody is opening a boutique. You just want to have a fancy business like a supermarket and all that. You need to make sure that your business provide solution to problems in your area, such that people are in their need of what you have to bring on the table. Then you need to be creative in such a way that what you offer matches your skills. Let's say, for example, you live in a place and there's scarcity of a particular kind of eatery there. You are very good at preparing this and nobody does that in that area. The fact that we look at it that the way it is being sold in Lagos is local does not mean that you should always put it down there. But then you can start this, identify the need, and if the need is available, you have to creatively, what skill do I have? I know how to cook. What can I cook best? I know how to cook momo or inside leaf. Is there need for it? Do people like it? Where's the appropriate location I can set up and all that? Then you shouldn't go into business. There's a third point, to show off. Sometimes you need that dirty looking business to be able to make your money. The ultimate purpose why anyone wants to go into business is to make money. So you don't need to copy people and say, oh, my business must be too or must be fanciful. There's somebody in Lagos at one point in time, Otumba Gaddafi, the founder of mobile toilet, the person that brought mobile toilets to Nigeria. He wrote it everywhere. Shit is a serious business, and he realizes that people on the way to work or in public places get stranded. They get pressed. They want to use the restroom, but there is no facility as such. Therefore, he created mobile toilets where people can walk into mobile toilets to for convenience, and they pay, and at the end of the day he made his money, obviously, from that. Then the next thing I would like to say is your business must come with some level of uniqueness. There are tailors and there are designers. There are shop owners and there are supermarket owners. There are technicians and there are engineers. What I'm trying to say is, whatever you do, you must have something that will make your own product or service to be unique. Add something extra. If you are an AC technician, after servicing people's AC, how well do you clean it? What extra do you add to it? Why would somebody want to come to you next time to fix ACs and all that? You must bring something unique to the table. And lastly, there must be consistency. Not that people come today, oh, you're selling something, you open the shop, you open today, open tomorrow, you deliver a product today, it's very good today, tomorrow people come, your product is as bad as anything. There must be some level of consistency in what you do, and by the time you do this, I'm sure um, your business will grow just in a matter of time. My parting word for you this morning is that your hustle might look shameful, others may laugh at you from the beginning. You have to be consistent and stay focused. Put your eyes on the goal, and I'm sure at the end of the day you will laugh last. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.